350 plus kilometers of trails, 85,000 acres of riding, all minutes from Kelowna. Bear Creek OHV is one of BC's premier riding destinations. And today, we're breaking down everything you need to know. Hi, I'm Zacho with Bluemoto. Hit subscribe for more spots like this. Drop a comment if you want us to review your riding area. Bear Creek OHV sits just outside West Kelowna. The area covers 85,000 acres of designated motorcycle recreation managed by the Okanagan Trail Riders Association. They've built 350 plus kilometers of designated trails for bikes, ATVs, and UTVs under 50 inches wide. You need either a yearly membership or day pass. Adult membership is $130 for the season, April through October. Youth is $35 when you buy it with an adult pass. Day passes are available too. I'll link their website below.
There are 5 different areas within the trail system. So we have Blue Grouse, we have Aspen, Bald Range, Burke area, Kokanee Country, and Area 51. They each offer something a little bit different. And not only in terms of difficulty, but also in terms of topography and elevation. For example, if you're coming in the summer and you're here in July, really you want to get out to Kokanee Country. So it's about a 20-kilometer ride out there, but once you're out there, there's a little more vegetation, there's a little higher in elevation, so it's often a little cooler and a little more moisture retained in the evenings and the mornings.
Kelowna Airport is closed, but there aren't motorcycle rentals here. So flying in isn't really an option unless you're borrowing a bike from someone local. If you're driving, there are hotels in Kelowna and motorcycle shops in town for gear or parts. You know, someone always forgets something. This is one of the most accessible riding areas in BC if you're driving or trailering in.
We're only 20 minutes out of Kelowna, and most people come up for a day, they're riding for 2, 3, maybe 4 hours and then wrapping it up and going home. If you're coming for an extended visit, let's say you're coming up from Vancouver or something like that, I would recommend at least 3 or 4 days to see the area.
There are 2 staging areas. Aspen Trailhead is the main one. It's 8 kilometer up Bear Main FSR. Large pull-through parking, pit toilets, picnic tables, fire rings, and a beginner training area. Fresh, clean gravel everywhere. There's 0 mud holes. They've got 29 developed campsites here that can handle RVs, trailers, fifth wheels, tents, you name it. Bird Trailhead at the 11-kilometer mark has 9 more sites. That's a total of 38 campsites across both staging areas. First come, first serve, $18 a night. Dry camping, no hookups, but the sites are well maintained and treed for shade in the summer. Just know though, if you're running a Starlink or solar panels, the trees might give you a bit of trouble, but they're great for keeping cool, and you need cool here in the warm summers. There's a full-time site host who keeps things clean, provides security, helps with firewood, and can suggest trails if you're new to the area.
The best time of year to come riding for sure is the spring and the fall. With the spring, we open up April 1st, but you have to check in with us because April 1st, sometimes we still have a foot of snow. Sometimes the snow's been gone for a month. After the end of April, snow is mostly off the ground. By May long weekend, the entire area is open. That's kind of the sweet spot, middle of July and middle of August. It's pretty darn hot up here. One of the good things about that though, if you're coming for July and August, we're 8 minutes up the road from the Bear Creek Provincial Park. They've got a great beach set up there, and you know, riding first thing in the morning from 8 o'clock until 12 o'clock, still not that bad. One of the things in the Okanagan, especially in Kelowna, it's really hard to find a place to camp in the summer months. July and August, everything is booked. Our campsite is wide open. Fall riding, ideally you come after we've had a little bit of precipitation to all of September and October, and it's November 1st today. Other than we're fighting the snow a little bit, I would say the trails it's chocolate cake everywhere. So there's no dust, it's cool. So right up till November 1st really is the best time to come.
Before you hit the trails, there are 2 practice areas worth checking out. They've got a huge kids track at the main staging area. Safe, well-maintained space for younger riders to build skills with tons of features. There's also an endurocross park with features I had never even seen before. It's a great warm-up spot or a place to session if you want to work on tech skills without committing to a full trail ride. 350+ kilometers of designated trails. This is a trail system, not a riding area, so no off-trail riding. Everything's marked and maintained. The club takes trail preservation seriously. Where we saw potential lines that may have been ridden previously, the club had reclaimed the land. With this much trail, there's no point in going off trail anyway. A lot of trails are tight, narrow, with lots of blind corners. All the trails are two-way, so stay alert. They're rated by difficulty and user group, beginner to expert. The system is designed as loops, so you can plan rides based on your skill level or just how much you want to ride that day. Everything's very nicely marked. Intersections, trail numbers, direction, you won't get lost. But you might want to have that map loaded up because you will get lost. There's a lot.
The trail system, on a side note, is kind of operates like the ski hill. We have green, blue, black, and orange. If you have the trail system on a Venza and you're on a green trail and you're a beginner rider, you're going to have a great time. And here's how our number system works. There's 5 main trails, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Off of each of those trails is a subset. Trail number 1, when you get to 1-1 or trail 11, it's the first trail off of trail 1. One thing that is helpful to know is we have a number of little markers on our signposts, and they have a P and an arrow, which means if you follow that direction, it'll get you back to the parking spot. Again, if you're out 20 kilometers from the main area and you have an issue, if you follow our little breadcrumbs back, you'll always end up back where you started.
We rode the race loop on day 1. Trails were worn in as you'd expect after a race, but still in great condition. The black and orange trails have really fun tech rock features. I was pleasantly surprised. There's always lines around the major ones, but even the ride-arounds aren't necessarily forgiving. You need skill for the harder trails, so work your way up. As for tire setup, I wouldn't show up with a soft hard enduro drilled out moose. You need to cover a lot of distance that isn't difficult, and you'll burn through an expensive gummy tire and moose bib fast. A motocross tire might make it tougher through the features and chew up the trails, especially on the black and orange trails. Medium compound with good knobbies is ideal. Lots of loose hill climbs where you'll need the traction. The trails are mostly sparsely treed, which is very nice. It makes it actually easy to see oncoming traffic, even though there are a lot of blind spots. The trails are maintained by OTRA members. They've got 2 paid full-time employees, the site host, and a trail maintenance guy, plus a ton of volunteers keeping everything running. You need a lot of volunteers for this much trail. At the main kiosk, they have a whiteboard where riders can mark down trees that are down or anything else that needs attention. I'd never seen that before. I thought it was really cool. Something to keep the trails in good shape and get the community involved. Here they use Venza maps with trail maps that work without cell service. Everything's on Trailforks too. Hard copy maps are available at the kiosk if you need them. We saw tons of them everywhere. Requirements are straightforward. Spark arresters are mandatory. Sound under 96 dB, and if you're on an ATV or UTV, it's under 50 inches wide.
So spark arresters are mandatory, and it's a BC law. They're mandatory in every riding area that's not a closed circuit. We have a few spark arresters that we lend out because the last thing we want is somebody show up and not be able to ride for the day after you've driven all the way up from Vancouver or so forth. But we take the spark arrestor end of it very seriously. In fact, if you don't have a spark arrestor, your bike doesn't come off with a truck. Cellular usage, Rogers is our predominant provider in this area. TELUS is very spotty. So again, if you're using our mapping, you're using a Venza works on your phone without any cellular service. So it's preload your map and so forth.
What makes Bear Creek stand out is its proximity to Kelowna and all the trails. You get a serious trail system that people travel from out of country to ride, but you're minutes away from a major city. That convenience with this level of quality is rare. You're not sacrificing trail quality for accessibility.
One thing I think is interesting is that the area is so big, the trail system goes in every direction, is even when the parking lot's full, you'll go out there, you're lucky if you see pass one other person in the trail ride.
Bear Creek works for all skill levels. We saw families with kids learning to ride, experienced riders tackling technical features, groups traveling together, all sorts of people, different levels. The camping setup makes it easy to base here for a few days and explore the whole trail system. It'd probably take you more than a few days, to be honest. Overall, great mix of trails. Anyone at any skill level can have tons of fun here.
Yeah, we worked really hard to keep our trail system as expected, right? So if you're on a green trail, the whole point of it is if that's your skill set, anywhere you go, you're going to be comfortable riding that green trail. And I would say the same thing with the blue and the black. And you know, the orange trails, yeah, people are surprised for sure. Like, you have to have that skill set to be on those trails. But you know, we work hard to make it a good experience. And it's not a good experience if you go out and you're in the middle of something and all of a sudden it gets too hard and you're stuck, or you can't get to that next trail that you need to get home.
Say it again, 85,000 acres, 350 plus kilometers of trails, minutes from Kelowna, volunteer maintained by people who care about keeping this place running. It's accessible, well managed, worth the trip. Well, that's Bear Creek OHV. Drop your stories in the comments if you've ridden here. If you haven't, add it to the list. Subscribe for more local lines. We're hitting areas across North America. Keep those engines screaming, but contain. We don't need any farts. Make sure you have that spark arrestor, especially riding at Bear Creek.